Okay, Pisces, how are we today, Pisces? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking ahead at December and what energy has in store for you for the month. Okay, make sure you do leave a comment on one of my videos throughout November. You will go in the draw for that free personal reading. Extra entries for comments on extra videos. Okay, that's all the videos throughout November. So running out of time to get those last entries in. I will be drawing that in the beginning of December. Okay, today I've got quite a few decks here today. We're starting off with the Mystic Soul Oracle. I do have the Career and Money Oracle. I also have the Healing Bones Oracle, as well as the True Heart Hidden Feelings Love Oracle. And tying everything together today, I am using the lenormand. Okay, but getting into it for you, Pisces, starting off with some general kind of energy, what's going on for you in December. Pisces, what is going on for Pisces in December? What does Pisces need to be aware of throughout December, please? Okay, so we're starting off with focus for you there, Pisces. Needing to really pay attention to what you are manifesting. We have manifest coming through here as well. So really, as soon as I saw that focus card, it's actually saying hocus pocus. So there's definitely this energy of, manifestation and the magic that's in your own hands here, Pisces, definitely coming through for you strongly this month. That and I'm also getting, that with this manifest card, you can see the the black hand as well as the white hand in balance there. So definitely something about focusing on balancing the light and the dark within your own self this month. That every time we're having a dark thought, we need to balance it out with a positive thought. Every time that we're reacting to something, we need to actually stop, take a step back, and think about the positive ways that we can be reacting rather than the negative ways. Really focusing on balance this month, because you are I don't know why it's telling me you are what you eat this month, Pisces. So if you're eating negative, that's what you become. You become negative. Okay, so something about that coming through, but that's sort of tying into that balance kind of energy that you are really needing to embrace both the light and the darkness of self this month, and focus in order to really pay attention to the things that you are manifesting. Because when I do sort of talk about manifesting, a lot of people don't really talk about it, but there's this thing that I personally, I call it accidental manifestation. All right, and it's basically, you get yourself in a negative mindset. You say, oh, that's never going to happen, that's never going to happen, that's never going to happen, and then you wonder why that never happens. It's because you've actually manifested that never happening. You're telling the universe that never happens, that never happens. So you're telling the universe that I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to ever happen. And so you accidentally manifest that result that you're actually not wanting. So manifestation, it's very important to embody, embrace, and say what you want and what you deserve, and to embrace as if you already have that in your life. And so when you're manifesting positivity, for example, being in a positive mindset and saying all the positive things, you're more likely to manifest positive outcomes. And the same can be said for negative as well. A lot of people don't realize that they do that, but that's why I call it accidental manifestation, because you're not actually focused on trying to manifest anything, but you're actually manifesting the negative outcomes because you keep telling yourself that those are the ones that are most likely, or whatever. Accidental manifestation, it feels important to mention to you here, Pisces. But clarifying this energy, what does Pisces need to be aware of for December, please? What's going on for our Pisces in December? we have the Key coming through first, followed by the Mountain, Pisces. So both of those are holding very strong career and money and work type of energy there as well. So there does look to be like you need to be open and willing to take on the opportunity, even when it means hard work is ahead. Okay, so there may be a lot of hard work and diligence and perseverance that you're needing to sort of, knuckle down to get things done during December, especially on the work front. That seems to be coming through as work career kind of stuff. But you need to be open if you wish to find the solutions on how to get through those obstacles and challenges that you're facing. There may definitely be some challenges here, but the more that you're being open to, multiple ways of approaching those and, focusing on what you want to manifest and what you actually want to achieve on the other side of those little speed bumps, mountains, okay, the more likely you are to succeed here. We do also have the Child coming through. Okay, so you're kind of embracing the adventure, that you're enjoying the journey of having to climb this hill, even when it's hard. The hill is blockages and obstacles and challenges that you're facing, but the Child really does broach everything like it's an adventure. That it's like, oh, wow, look at this mountain. Look at this cool rock I just found halfway up this mountain. Oh, what about if I go up to this next spot in the mountain? What do I find there? So you're kind of really embracing the challenge and in a very lighthearted, fun kind of, oh, this is just a fun little challenge for me. I'm going to, being open to this challenge and to embrace it as part of the adventure. I know that, enjoying the adventure is part of the fun of what I'm going to have this sense of achievement once I overcome these things, that I'll because I've enjoyed that adventure and enjoyed the truth of that. Even though it was hard work, I feel even more achievement for having gotten to the other side of that. Because I know how, I was paying attention to how much work I was putting in and how important it was for me to climb that mountain. Okay, so you're manifesting the lightheartedness along the way, the way of, seeing it as part of the adventure, even when it's tough, that sometimes knowing that the toughness is opening you up to even more achievement and opportunity on the other side than what you would have gained if it wasn't hard to begin with. All right. Sometimes, the best things in life aren't free. So sometimes a little bit of hard work ensures that you're getting the better things. Okay. So because it feels very career related for that message. So I'm going to move straight over to the career cards for you, Pisces. Pisces, career and money for our Pisces throughout December. Okay, starting off with the frame. So it's the way that you're framing the challenges that you're facing. You're reframing them, and you're framing them as like, that's just the parameters of what I need to do. I'm framing them as just part of the adventure. Okay, so that really helps you this month. Steady income, organizing, and accomplishments. So you're organizing so that you can reach those accomplishments. Organizing the way that I'm going to broach this mountain. I'm going to climb carefully, and I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to do this. And, you're thinking ahead, being steady with it, steadily approaching any challenges or blockages, even, the financial side of things as well. It does talk about art and design careers, home-orientated careers, and self-employment as well. So a lot of you are sort of focusing on the design, the way that you can, be creative within work and those sorts of things at the minute. We also have Cup coming through for you, Pisces. Overflowing prosperity, full or empty accounts, nurturing careers, taking care of business, and feeling fulfilled. So I do feel for a lot of you here, especially with that framing, it's once again, it's how are you looking at the cup? Are you looking at that cup as though it's half empty, or are you looking at it as though it's half full? Once again, I'm getting a lot of metaphors coming through for you, Pisces. So it's really, how are you framing that cup towards yourself? Are you looking at it as like it's half empty and I need to fill that further? Or are you looking at that as though it's half full? Like, wow, won't take much to fill this cup, So once again, reframing, focusing on the manifestation of, how you're framing things towards yourself, how you're, embodying both the balance of, positive and negative within everything in your energy this month, Pisces. So I feel like that may really help a lot of you. Even if your account is totally empty, you're like, oh, well, that means I've got plenty of room to fill that up. A lot of us going through the empty accounts, coming up to Christmas, right? But at least you're framing it to yourself as though, well, do you know what? I'm going to have a great Christmas because I've spent so much money. So I know that everything's going to be amazing because I've already spent all my money on making sure that it's going to be great. So I'm not looking at that as though it's an empty account. I'm looking at that as though, wow, how amazing that I've been able to share so much of my money and my time with all these people that I love. Okay, so it's the way that you're framing these things towards yourself, Pisces, that if I've spent all my money, I must be having fun, right? Okay, Pisces, looking at health and well-being for you. Health and well-being for Pisces throughout December. Health and well-being for our Pisces throughout December, please. We have the back. Responsibilities, support, security issues, tension, feeling weighed down by secrets. Okay, so some stuff under the surface. You're feeling as though some of you, I feel like this is actual back tension for a lot of you here, having some back issues throughout December. So, feeling as though you've got a lot on your shoulders, but it's responsibility that you can handle, and you already know that you can handle all of this, Pisces. But some of you may actually be having physical representations. I am getting back issues coming through for a lot of you this month. It's kind of like making sure it's wanting you to just make sure you're sleeping in a stable placement to look after your back, and you definitely may need to pay a little bit of attention to your back throughout the month, getting back massages and things like that. Some of you may have some tension that needs to be eased out of your back, and it feels like it's just under the skin. So I'm kind of getting like the massaging knots out of just under the skin there seems to ease a lot of the issues for a lot of you. So it feels very physical. It does feel very physical. So a lot of you may be having some, back tension throughout the month. And it does, for some reason, seem to be flagging more so shoulders and then lower back. So the gap in between seems to be okay. But the lower back issues for women especially seem to be a big drama for the women. And the shoulder tension for just Pisces in general is coming through strongly there. So making sure we're doing our best to support our backs throughout the month. Some of you, I'm getting someone there needing a new seat or needing some sort of extra support on their seat, whether that's a car seat or the seat you sit at home or something along those lines, a work seat, something along those lines. Just needing some extra support there in the back region to make sure you're avoiding any potential issues when it comes to your health. Okay. Looking at love for you, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know in regard to love throughout December? Love throughout December for our Pisces. Pardon me. We have the Refuge coming through first. Supportive in hard times. You can trust them. Safe haven and blessing. I actually feel like, Pisces, that for a lot of you, this is platonic love coming through in that card. Is knowing that you have this strong support system, and it's like even when you're isolating yourself, you know that there is people there for you, and that seems to be enough. Okay, even when you're isolating yourself and you're not telling people what your issues are and your dramas are, you know that these people are there and they have your back, and they'll be that, if you need someone to talk to, you know that they're there to listen and that they will listen. Just knowing that those people exist seems to be enough for you this month, to be honest. Knowing that you can trust them and that you are very blessed to have someone anyone like that in your life, and that you yourself do that for them too. Okay, Pisces. We also have overflowing coming through. For some of you, this is connected to someone through work, because we did see that cup energy in your work and money. This is the cup is overflowing. This person is like, they've got too much to give, kind of thing. Has a lot of love to give, in a rush to get serious, charmer, fast moving. I am going to clarify this person's energy, because for some of you, it's too much. It's overwhelming you. Okay, it's too much. This person trying to pour too much into you, and it's kind of feeling like sus. Like, I don't know whether that's just your energy or whether they are actually sus. Like, or whether that's just you kind of being like, hang on, hold up, don't rush. So I just want to clarify this person's energy around you, Pisces. Clarify this overflowing energy for Pisces in December, please. It's just like they're coming in strong, Pisces. Coming in pretty fast too, by the ship on the bottom of the deck. They may live at a bit of a distance to you. They may sort of want to talk about, I'm getting moving in with you, Pisces, and things like that. We do have the dog and then the moon coming through for this person. They could be a Cancer, but we do see that the dog is like more so platonic energy, but it's like a friend. I'm getting that this is love in the sense of romantic love, but it's like a friend coming in strong out of nowhere, like, Pisces, we need to stop being just friends and we need to move forward with something else. We need to rush into something else. We've been friends for so long that it should be fine to rush on into love, because we're already friends. I'm kind of picking up on that energy, especially here too, but this person with the moon, there's a lot of emotion there, and they're kind of overwhelming you with the emotions. It is reminding you to trust your intuition. This person is very loyal and compassionate. Like, with the dog in their energy, I would say that this person has the potential to be a good companion. They're very loyal, trustworthy kind of energy. Definitely a positive energy around you there. But it's just a feeling a little bit overwhelming with the emotions for you, Pisces, with that moon there. It's like you're just unsure of, like, rushing in. You can even see this dog is running. They're rushing on in. They're just trying to go a little bit faster than you're quite prepared for, I think. And there's a lot of emotions attached, and you're still trying to work through, like, hang on, going from friend to lover, it's like a big step, right? And it's like you're trying to catch up with the emotions and see, hang on, do I even feel that way? Whereas this person's like 10 steps ahead of you, like, well, this and this and this, like, let's move in together, let's get married. You're like, whoa, hold up, I'm still getting used to the idea of us being more than friends. So it's just they're just but the rush is actually coming from their own insecurities. Okay, it's like their own self-worth, and they for some of you, they have felt like this for a little while, and they've wanted to rush on in, and just all of a sudden they're kind of like throwing their hands up in the air, going, "That's it, I'm rushing towards Pisces," and they are 10 steps ahead, because they've already considered you as more than a friend, whereas you're only just starting to sort of consider them as more than a friend now. So and a lot of you, I do feel a lot of you still have a lot of emotions tied up with other things at the moment too. You're still healing a little bit here and there from some other stuff. So, they do, this person maybe has been a very supportive friend for you, but, and, has seen you go through some harder stuff and dealing with things. But it's like, as soon as they think that you're ready, they're rushing on in, and it's kind of like just overwhelming you is what I'm picking up from this person's energy, Pisces. But it's fine to tell them not to rush it. You're allowed to say, slow the F down, all right? Anything else Pisces needs to know throughout December, please? Any other messages for Pisces in December? we have the heart and the garden coming through here, Pisces. So once again, that's a link with love and your social grouping. So we are seeing that this is definitely, it has the potential to be amazing, to be honest. That, that it kind of wants me to suggest that you're needing to be just a little bit more public, a little bit more sociable and honest about your heart space, and loving, people as friends, and not allowing it to overwhelm you, because you kind of, instead of, you're like, well, let's meet up, let's meet halfway, rather than you overwhelming me with everything. Let's try to meet halfway, try to meet in the middle a little bit more here. And it's kind of talking more about going out and about, going on dates and things like that. If this person wants you to build the love and the passion for them, that it does need to be, they do need to meet you halfway here, and it needs to be more sociable. It needs to be more public. It's this one-on-one thing is overwhelming Pisces. Pisces actually needs to, be taken out on a date, or, even if it's not a date, it's like, how about, instead of you coming to my house and overwhelming me with the emotional stuff, how about we just meet up for a coffee today? How about we go out and spend time with some of our other friends as well, and, just socially spend time together on a more social level, rather than everything's got to be all overwhelming and romantic and okay. So I feel like Pisces, you're just needing this person to take a little bit of a step back, and it's okay for you to ask for those things that look, I need to spend time with my other friends as well, like, and relying on your friends and your support network to, once again, be that refuge, that safe space, people that you can talk to about what's going on with this other person, so that you can express love in a healthy way, because I do feel as though there is potential for a great love there. I do also have on the bottom of the deck the cross, so there definitely could be a strong spiritual, soulful connection with this person, but I feel as though you just need to slow it down and be very open about your heart space, Pisces, and about what you need on the social aspect. The more the going to events and things like that may be better than spending time at houses, if that makes sense. It seems to be wanting to be very specific about not spending time at houses and spending time outdoors together instead. Seems to be much better for this connection. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Pisces. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave that comment so you go in the draw for the free personal reading. And I will see you all again soon.